So, judging by if you're watching this on YouTube or you're watching this on Twitter, that means you've seen the big image of John Cena, seen the image of Trick Williams, saw the 2DopeMarks logo, which means, you know what I'm saying, it's Thursday. You know what time it is. It's a brand new episode of 2DopeMarks, live in all your areas, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. Hopefully not your mama basement, because I don't know what the Wi-Fi signal like down there. You know, doing a damn thing, man. Doing a damn thing. We appreciate y'all coming out. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe on all your favorite podcast platforms. And yeah, I mean, look, we've seen the numbers. Shout out to everybody that watched last week's episode of us getting in BET's ass, so to speak, about that black wrestler list. I almost want to put a petition out that all lists are kind of null and void at the most part until we get past WrestleMania, because WWE got their little best of mania list, and I'm like, I don't know, Batman. But before I get off my soapbox and we get into the shits, aka what y'all came here to see, came here to hear, came here to laugh about with your folks, that's D. I'm Brando. And I'm sorry, D, what is that you got on your chest right now, my brother?
It is a t-shirt brought to you by the 2DopeMarks.
Are you saying I know that ain't merch? Is that merch?
Merch.
Okay.
Yeah. This
well, yeah, I was gonna say part of that announcement for as we get close to the Mania week, but starting next month, I know April is literally next week.
Mm-hmm. It's your birthday too, big dog.
Yeah, next Friday. Next Friday is my birthday. So we're launching the 2DopeMarks store. You know what I'm saying, getting prepped, getting ready for Mania week. You see the logo, you see the wrestling ring, see the gold grill, see the teeth, all that. That's how we get down. Shop will be open. There'll be some other things on the shop beyond t-shirts. You know what I'm saying? We're probably gonna have mugs, keychains, bandanas, of the safe flagging con. We don't need nobody perpetrating out in Vegas and then something strange happening or in their inner city.
That's their fault.
That we're just trying to be very casual, very normal human beings out here.
Christians.
Yeah, good Christian brothers. Good Christian brothers. We family men, as one Chad Lamont Butler would say. We some family men doing normal things. That's what we doing. Oh man. So with all that being said, we'll eventually drop the official link for all the merch and all that at a later date. But D, I tell you this every week, and every single time it feels like it gets bigger and bigger. A lot of shit happened in wrestling this week, dog.
A lot.
Whether it be last Friday, with SmackDown via VPN. Once upon a time used to be SmackDown on UPN, but certain things couldn't occur the way they occur now because UPN don't exist. It's the CW.
One day they get it straight. VPN, UPN, LPN, all that.
All of it. So let me see. What do we have? We did get the official confirmation for Hatermania. We got Jade.
We got to trademark that because we started.
We do. We have to trademark it, but at the same time, I got to give all props to my homeboy Bang, who've been calling this triple threat since November of 2024 around Survivor Series. I gotta give him his props on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know a lot of podcasts, they regurgitate takes from other shows and things of that nature, but here we give props. We give props. So shout out to that man. But Hatermania, no, we might have to trademark that though.
Yeah, because 9 times out of 10, I'm drunk on the podcast and I just be saying random shit. So
this is facts, and I think by trademarking we save you from disaster and also missing out on your proper intellectual propriety, if you will.
I appreciate that.
You're welcome. You're quite welcome. I know last week we talked that like Penta and Braun Breaker sound like it'd be a dope little Mania match. They was like, nah, bro, we're gonna do that on Raw. We're gonna do it on Raw.
But you know what that's a setup for, but that's for
Yeah,
another time.
yeah, we'll get to that later. We'll get to that later. You also got our main man, John Cena, who calls out WWE hypocrisy by putting Augustus Gloop on the Summer Jam screen, and you see how that went for him. He's like, oh, y'all put him on the screen. Now it's funny. Now it's ha ha he he. That's messed up, man. It's messed up.
I'm with the shits.
1,000%. But before we get out of that, I'm gonna give you a cold question to kind of get your brain tinkering, right?
Mm-hmm.
In line with recent events involving our esteemed administration, I ask you this, right? I know how you feeling. I know how you feeling, but I have to ask you this. If you were involved or magically brought into a wrestling group chat, you can name any number of wrestlers possible. They just somebody got your number and threw you in that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the group chat you want to be in before you be like, nah, you gotta kick me out?
So I'll name 5 that's in this group chat, and I'll tell you why.
Mm-hmm.
First and foremost, I think very underrated, but because he's an asshole, just like myself, Dominic Mysterio's in there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. What goes unsaid is already understood, so that's that. Seth Rollins is in there too.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta have an architect. We gotta have somebody that's very intellectual. I'm gonna throw a curveball in there. I gotta put a female in there. I'm going to put Naomi because she just brings the swag. You know, she sounds like she's a good time. You know what I mean? Roman Reigns, of course.
Okay.
We learn from our tribal chief. Mm-hmm. And are we talking about alive, dead, or current, or anything like that?
I mean, it's almost like your favorite blood rotation, dog. Alive, dead, whomever.
Oh well, if that's the case, then I'm bringing Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Okay. So you're bringing Bobby Heenan in solely to talk shit about Terry, huh? Is that what that
Absolutely. Cul-de-sac Terry. Yes.
I figured as much. All right. So my ideal wrestling group chat before they had to kick me out. I've been thinking about this all week too.
So
you
put the pressure on me first.
You put the pressure on me. I've been thinking about this all week. I've been thinking about it all week, mainly because how incredulous the whole situation is. In that this is the Stringer Bell season 3 episode 5 of The Wire come to life, my dog. This is you taking notes on a criminal fucking conspiracy. This is that in real life. So, all right, I will want to be in a group chat with Paul Heyman.
That's fair. It was between Paul Heyman and Bobby the Brain Heenan for me.
Okay, I want to be in a group chat with Paul Heyman strictly because he's gonna tell me the history. I want to be in a group chat with Dwayne strictly because I want to see what moves I got to make in terms of stock wise. You know what I'm saying? Because if Terramon is hitting, what's the next Disney project we working on? This, that, and third.
Oh my god!
I need Jacob Fatu in that group chat. I need somebody that's gonna make me laugh. Cause I'm sorry, I need somebody that's gonna make me laugh.
He say some shit out of his mouth. I thought I was good at my shit.
Yeah. He also may admit to some things that you probably shouldn't admit to. But again, that's the power of a group chat.
Facts.
I need AJ Francis in the group chat.
Okay, that's my dog.
I need AJ in the group chat strictly because there's gonna be some football shit talking in that group chat. You know what I mean? So I need him in there.
You don't want the problems. You don't with him. You don't.
And the other two people I want in this group chat. I want Bianca Belair in that group chat.
Mm-hmm.
I want Montez Ford in that group chat.
Relationship advice?
Nah, not relationship advice. Like, hey, dog, where you get this drip from? Cause like y'all be matching and doing all the adorable shit. Like, I don't need the relationship shit. I need the drip shit.
Oh, I got you.
That's what I need.
Okay,
So basically,
okay.
It's a balanced group chat where I get some wisdom, I get some jokes, I get some football trash talk between a Chicago dude and a Maryland dude. And you know what I'm saying? And also a lady from Tennessee. Of course, it's perfect.
Fact.
It's ideal group chat. It's ideal.
I'm with that.
It's ideal. It's ideal. Now, if it came down to like DEFCON 1, and I need a group chat strictly for some squabbling, then
that's easy.
That's too easy. We talked about this before.
I got that group chat already.
Facts. Oh, by the way, for those watching the physical form on YouTube, I have a hat on today because it's opening day in Major League Baseball. Shouts to the Stros, shouts to the Phillies. You know what I'm saying? This is not a whole, this is not half fish. See, there's hair here. There's hair everywhere.
They didn't see you strictly before, Negro.
I mean, look, brother, you got to understand, we are in a medium where it's new people who are seeing you and I for the very first time.
True.
Just saying.
You know what? Listen, we might corrupt some people out this bitch. I'm with it.
Oh my gosh, man. All right. But that is, for the most part, look, that is not us not even getting in the header of the week if we're talking about group chats and how things can literally go askew in such a way that you're like, damn, these people really are stupid. But speaking of people pointing out how stupid people are, John Cena came back on Monday afternoon. Another delightful episode of Midday Raw. And the man said something that had me thinking for the last couple days. And that, not only was he once again proving people right, namely the fans, but he also said something to the effect of, I'm going to ruin wrestling.
I'm with it.
And I'm like, how exactly would John Cena ruin wrestling, knowing full well that is ruining wrestling not showing up after you win the belt? That's been done before. Shout out Roman Reigns. Yeah. Shout out Brock Lesnar.
Facts.
Are you just not going to have the belt on TV? Hey, the other company's doing that right now.
Facts.
Is he going to just cut promos via satellite from whatever movie set he's filming on and just happens to have the belt on his shoulder?
Or he can
keep the whole thing hostage?
He can take the belt and go home and put it in his refrigerator. Shout out Phil Brooks.
He could do that. Or he could turn the entire thing up on his head and he could basically bring back arguably the most childish WWE title that ever existed. The spinner.
I like that. I mean, he can say fuck them kids too on live TV.
That's not ruining wrestling. Nah, hell, John Cena could actually be like, yo, so I've been on a group chat with Triple H and Cody Rhodes and Paul Heyman and The Rock and the TKO board. And hey, here's the entire plan we had for WrestleMania this year and every plan we had going to SummerSlam. He can ruin it that way.
Yeah, that's true.
He can ruin it that way.
That's true. I'm here for the shits.
1000%. I think what I like about this Cena is that, yes, he's proven the fans' hypocrisy right in their face every single week. And I'm glad that he's doing these shows and doing these promos overseas. My issue though with this is that you got all this smoke for people who can't touch you. You don't have no real smoke for the dude that you got to fight to get to 17 in a couple weeks. Yeah. And also, in order for there to get from that point to that point, I need Dwayne to kind of be like, all right. Or actually, no, I don't need Dwayne to say this. I need Cena to say this. Hey, here's why I kicked that man in the nuts and then let Travis Scott bust his eardrum and then kicked it with The Rock. The same, mind you, the same man who, when he debuted original version of this current WWE title they got referred to the spinner as a toy. So you kicking it? Must say. So you kicking it with your ops?
Pretty much.
Tell me, John. Why? Why are we doing that?
John don't give a fuck. John don't give a shit. He on his way out the door. That man put on a straight Jerry Maguire. Said, fuck it. I'm not going to do what everybody says I'm going to do and just flip out. Nah. He doing what the hell he want to do. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a realistic question.
Mm-hmm.
Your last day at work, you got people that you don't fuck with. You don't fuck with at all. You about to retire. You about to leave, take your shit and go home. What you going to say? What you going to say? Are you going to give a speech and say, thank you for the years of working and the team working, all that other shit? Fuck no. I'm gonna tell you, to quote a great historic movie, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. Fuck you. I'm out.
So you're going full half baked. So all right,
straight up, like for real, that's what he doing though.
All right, so fun story. Fun story. So you want to know the last time I worked retail?
What was it? Was it the Celtics jersey?
It was a few years after that. It's a few years after that. So this is February 1, 2011. So this is now going on 14 years ago. I got this job working in retail strictly because I got into some knuckleheaded stuff beforehand. And somebody who worked that job told me that, wait, you're going to quit your job to be a writer? That's crazy. I don't know why you would do that. And I was like, oh, okay, bet. So instead of being disrespectful, walking out that place,
yeah, bitch,
I merely took my smock, the little apron joint you gotta wear. I went to the paint aisle, I climbed the ladder, and hung my damn smock up in the rafters. I left retail a Hall of Fame and I ain't coming back, motherfucker. That's what happened. All right.
I don't blame you.
To prove a point. And John Cena is basically saying, like, yo, I'm gonna hang when this jersey get hung up, when these jorts and these orthopedics, they used to be the Reebok pumps, but these are the orthopedics now, the cheap hokers, if you will, when they get hung up. It's a whole different thing. I'm doing this. It's the same situation. It's the same situation. I'm gonna hang it up, and that's gonna be the game. Game gonna be over.
So basic translation. Fuck you. I'm out.
We just do it different ways. But my question for you, D, is this: like, do you think something is missing from Cody versus Cena?
I'm gonna be very, very honest. Very, very honest. When it comes down to, I think they extended this European tour a little too long. And I say that because in past years, the European tour wasn't what are they, a month or something like that?
Yeah.
You're right. So in between the Chamber and WrestleMania. And usually it stops in Philly, stops in Chicago, stops in the Garden. The Boston, like the hot crowd. That's part of it. Another part is the fact that you just don't. It's not enough. It's not enough wrestling. I know people are preserving their bodies and everything, but the only person, let's be real, the only person that's wrestling. And this is not just Cena and Cody. This is just the main card in general. It's not enough wrestling. Like the undercards are building their feuds of wrestling, but you don't see anybody outside of Jey Uso or Tiffany Stratton wrestling, trying to promote the match. Like, tell the story. You know what I mean? Cody hasn't wrestled since Travis Scott Ike turning his fucking face. Like, what are we
And that
doing?
wasn't even a match. That was him stepping out. Like, Cody's last actual match was the Rumble versus Kevin Owens.
Thank you. And but to be fair, he's doing house shows, but they ain't doing no crazy shit off that. I say all that to say it's a situation for me that it's like I'm interested, and WWE is doing all this shit to try to promote these matches, but they're doing it like a boxing match, like a 24/7, or like Tank versus Lamar Roach, that 24/7 shit, like that Floyd shit. I get it, but to the real wrestling fans, this ain't the Young and the Restless. This ain't the Bold and the Beautiful General Hospital. You feel me? Like, I want to see somebody beat the fuck out of somebody on Monday Night Raw. So, I say that to say it's just not Cody and Cena. It's the other matches too.
So you're saying like the whole Mania build for you right now is like I need some action.
Yeah, slap the fuck out somebody every fuck. Listen, Jay getting choked out every week, and although I talk about that shit too much, it's still some physicality out the bitch.
Yeah, there is.
You know what I mean?
I mean, you up there quoting Redman talking about slap the shit out you, but
yeah,
I think with all right, Cody Cena for me, like it's slowly building towards something, but also I gotta put it like this: like if say you had Cena win the Rumble, and then Jay win Elimination Chamber,
right?
You know what I'm saying you kind of get to fill in the blanks here, right? You kind of get to like set some breadcrumbs for people.
Yes.
Now, given that Cena won Elimination Chamber, it's like, all right. So where's the smoke? Where's the energy? Where's the fire? Like we understand like the stakes have been established, but the aspect of me caring about this, that's missing. Right.
Yeah.
Again, the promos are cool. Cody telling him in his best DMX to pull his skirt up and telling him, like, nah, this ain't it. This ain't the dude I want to face. I'm like, I'm sorry, like I'm not sure that's supposed to be a noble champion telling his opponent like, nah, you ain't it. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say, Cody, are you Cody Rhodes or you Gunther? Because the nah ain't it. That's a Gunther thing with Jey Uso right now. That's not I'm gonna say that's not what the American Nightmare is supposed to be, unless you're trying to go heel on somebody.
Right.
You're trying to give me Coldlander on the slick.
I'm for that. I hope it turns out to be that. I really do. We'll see. Stay tuned.
We got so it is 19th to the 20th, right? So we have and this is what, the 27th? You got 3 weeks.
You got 3 weeks. Two shows, 3 weeks. So that's 6 shows. Yeah, you got 6 shows to do something.
It's got to be something. It can't just be we gonna meet face to face. Like this ain't no damn debate. This ain't Tim Walls and JD Vance. Can't. Nah, dog. Nah. I need some scrapping. I need Cody Rhodes is acting a little too cavalier for somebody who got his eardrum busted and got embarrassed in front of a whole nother country. And people were happy he got his ass embarrassed in front of a whole nother country. I'm sorry.
I mean, I was too.
I mean, that's because you love assholes, man. You love
whoa, pause.
Not in that regard. Not in that regard,
on, man.
You love the bad guy. Let me rephrase that. You love the bad guy. You love the razor.
You about to set me up on YouTube, bro.
Nah. Nobody's gonna clip this out and post it, lovely, mate. But I'm not saying that shit.
Dog, chill. Do not give her any ideas at all. Please do not.
I'm not.
I'm already America's Most Wanted. I don't need to be anything further.
You do not need to be a target of the squirt business. That's all. That
Paul. Next, you know what? Next topic. Next topic, bro. Next topic. What are we doing? You set me up for failure, bro. I had a long day.
Look, we asked what's missing. I was like, you know what? Let me make sure you good. Like, now I know you good. Now I know you good.
I'm good.
I'm just saying, like, it's a lot going on with Mania that feels unfulfilled, but I feel like they're also just going to decide, like, you know what? We need to put somebody on the card, put some people on the card, right? Bianca, Jade, Io, not Bianca, Jade, Io. I'm sorry, Bianca, Rhea, Io. is in big neon letters. Hey, this is gonna be a triple threat match. You got what's about to come with Braun Breaker, Penta, Finn, and Dom Mysterio.
I don't think it's that. I don't think it's
It
that.
it's giving because you know it's gonna be Finn versus Dom doing something.
I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that. It's you have Penta, Braun Breaker, Finn, Dom, Carlito's there. I feel like, to be honest with you, I feel like I feel like it's going to be a 6-man tag. It doesn't need to be because I feel like the Intercontinental title needs to be defended.
And
But
6-man
yeah,
tag.
yeah. But I would not be surprised. So I would not be surprised because not Ray Jr. has signed with WWE.
Yeah.
And you got to unleash that. Like, you got to unleash the Lucha Bros on WrestleMania. You have to.
It's a flex to get the Lucha Bros on a WrestleMania card. I agree with you there. However, speaking of group chats previously, we were talking on Monday during Raw. It was like, yo, is this when Ray Phoenix pop out? I'm like, I don't know, only because all the advertisements for Ray Phoenix have been on SmackDown.
What you talking about with the numbers?
No, that's Aleister Black.
Oh, I'm about to say, okay.
The numbers is Aleister Black. The dude, when you see his tattoos, you're in the orange with the glow like he Bruce Leroy in Last Dragon, we know that's Ray Phoenix. But all that's been on SmackDown.
That man don't need to wrestle by himself. That man walk across the street and get hurt. And I love Ray.
Dog,
come on, man.
Ray could do something like, all right. Do you see the Joint Commander did a few nights ago in CML?
That shit was cold.
Dog.
That shit was cold.
Ray Phoenix pulled some shit off like that on WWE television. They would call that man a goddamn witch.
They're not gonna let him do it. They're not gonna let him do that at all. First of all, because they seen his matches in AEW and CMLL, and he gonna hurt himself again. I love Ray Phoenix. I'm sorry, but that man needs to just learn from Rey Mysterio. Hit a 619. Rey Mysterio got 4 new knees.
Megan Thee Stallion came too early and too late in life for Rey Mysterio. Just saying. Just saying.
Facts.
Had he learned from the Tower of Meg, Rey Mysterio needs to be still in 1997, dog. We still be having all-time bangers. He just be swole.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm trying to learn from Meg too.
In a different very way. Look, point is, do you think that they're like, you know how back in 1997, 98 WWF, everybody seemed like there was in a multi-man faction? Like you had Nation of Domination, you had what's the biker gang they had with
the Disciples of Apocalypse.
Yeah, DOA.
So you got to understand. You got to understand that has been recycled so many times. Nation of Domination, Disciples of Apocalypse. I forgot Savio Vega's faction. You had DX. You had all these different things. But look at what New Japan from the past maybe 10
Los Boricuas, that's what you're thinking of with
Savio. Los Boricuas. So like you got to look at it's the faction shit. Like NWO was a thing. Then you had WCW. You had LWO, you had NWO Wolfpack, NWO Irish, NWO Dunkin' Donuts, all that shit. So like,
yeah, the Horsemen.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Filthy Animals, whatever stable Lance Storm had. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. It got rejuvenated with New Japan with Chaos, Bullet Club, Los Ingobernables. So. A lot of wrestling companies have recycled that faction type of wrestling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where WWE did it, but their biggest shit was having people turn on people, a la Rock on Farouk with the Nation. The Shield, Seth on Roman and Ambrose. Shit, DX with Triple H. You know what I mean? So that shit's been recycled so many times. I hope it works out this time.
We got so many factions in WWE, which is why I say like we may be getting way too many multi-man matches. Like we got 2 triple threats already. We're probably gonna have a bunch of people in a tag team title match. We should have had, you know what I'm saying, New Day versus War Raiders. But that's probably gonna be on like the Raw after WrestleMania. Maybe,
I'm
maybe
pissed off.
not.
I'm pissed. I have a whole nother discussion that for another day. I'm not.
Okay. We have so many. All right. So I'm just ranking this off top of my head, right? Off the top of my head. We have Hateomania, which is the #1 triple threat coming, right?
Main event of night 1 predicted.
Yes, without question, that's the main event of night 1. You have Bianca, Rhea, and Io, which I know for shit show is gonna happen, even though you said, oh, and this is very hilarious for Bianca, like to channel her inner Robert, like talking about, I don't know how to referee. How a hog tie? How a hog tie? Just saying. And she's doing the
No.
I'm
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Again, big bright neon ass letters. Yes, the triple threat is coming there. I feel like we get a multi-man match for the Intercontinental title. You probably get a multi-man match for the United States title, which I wish it weren't. I wish it was straight up Jacob Fatu getting his moment. But it's gonna be him versus Solo. Because, brother, let me tell you this. If you find a way to have Jacob Fatu on your roster and Jacob Fatu ain't on the Mania card, somebody fucked up. Not him, but somebody fucked up.
I'm just gonna slap the shit out of him. No, like for real. That man been cooking. Like that man been cooking. But you got to pay respect to Solo because Solo has held it down since Mania of last year up until Roman came back. So you got to pay him that respect. You got to. You really, really have to. Honestly, I feel like it's Solo versus Jacob.
So where does that leave the U.S. title? Is that gonna be a triple threat too?
I don't know what. I don't know where LA is
Texas
headed.
Tornado.
I really don't know. This ain't 2K. I don't know where it's headed. Like I'm just hoping you have all this talent on your roster, and I hope that they don't bury or hide or don't have room for them because there's so many talented wrestlers on the call, like on the roster. You know, you got people that you got Lyra Valkyrie. Where's Bailey go?
It looked like she about to have a match, I guess, with Liv, Raquel, and Bailey. I guess it's a tag team match next week. I guess.
No, the one thing I can't stand is the fact that when it comes to the women's the tag team titles, as well as the new Intercontinental title. Like one thing I cannot stand is the fact that they kind of, let's do a filler match. That's a bathroom break match. People gotta pee. Like, no, what are we doing? These ladies bust their ass just like everybody else. Like, they hurt.
It's just, speaking of the mid-card titles, I find it to be a fascinating dichotomy between the Intercontinental title and the United States title. I know that's a whole like Chelsea Green is cooking.
Yes, she
is.
In
a way that you just gotta be like, yo, you gotta let her rock.
You gotta let her cook.
You know, it's just one of them things. Somebody pointed something out to me a few hours ago, and they were discussing, you know what I'm saying, this ain't even on the sheet. This is how you know this is fresh off the dome. So there are grumblings on the AEW side of the women's roster in terms of Mariah May being in a contract year, quote unquote, like they talk about in basketball and football, and Britt Baker taking AEW off her socials, and you know Saraya finishing up with AEW, so she's a complete free agent. Now I'm not gonna ask you which one should you sign, cut, reconfigure, do that, send down to NXT. I'm asking you, of those three, who makes the best like, oh shit, she over here appearance throughout the Mania? Because again, we were just talking about how they've made certain titles in the women's mid card seem like filler. Would it be like, would you mark out if say Mariah May came after that women's intercontinental title throughout the Mania? Like she rose up from out of whatever set design they got in Vegas at a I'm pretty sure they're doing T-Mobile.
Yeah.
It's Mariah that pulls up.
So you said Mariah May, Saraya, and who else?
Britt Baker.
Britt Baker. Saraya will get the biggest pop because she's been there before. She's the first. No, was she the first women's NXT champion?
She was, yeah.
Okay, so you got that, and then she came in day one on the main roster and won the title. Facts. So that's the one. That's the one. That's the one. So that's the one.
Even if she can't work the same way.
We've seen this before because AEW tried to protect her because serious neck issues. We've seen this happen. They went to AEW. Cope.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't call that man that.
You actually call him Cope.
Look at you. You better not make this motherfucker short. You better not.
That's growth, D. That's growth. It's still Edge, but go on.
You seen that? You see Danielson show up at AEW. You know, you seen Saraya show up, and it was a feel-good story. You know, but unfortunately, if she cannot work the way they want her to, then she's gonna be a casualty. And I go back to when they tried to keep her as a manager or a GM to try to just keep her around or whatnot, just to keep her some money in her pocket. We've seen this before. It's Edge coming back and saying, "Hey, you know, hey, I'm here with Christian." Boom. It's Danielson coming back and say, "Hey, I'm a commissioner with Shane McMahon." It's all right. I'm a commissioner too. I'm not giving a shit about any of that. So, from a wrestling standpoint, I would say Britt Baker will be the one.
I think from a pure like storytelling standpoint and a Charmander,
what is
Charizard.
You've been Pokemon referencing for the past 4 weeks. What we doing? You've been on your old Game Boy?
You know what? I never had a Game Boy, but I'm just saying, like, we talking about the evolution. You know what I'm saying evolution of blonde, talented white women. If you got Mariah May pulling up, then you got Tiffany Stratton, then you got Charlotte.
Yeah.
I just think that the modern fan, like you and I, like you see Mariah May pull up, especially after she gave you arguably one of the women's match of the year so far with Toni Storm. I think the reception is gonna be, it ain't gonna be like a super pop like Saraya, but it's gonna be like, oh, word. All right.
I don't think Mariah goes to the main roster. I think she goes to NXT.
Then you feed her to Julia. Then you feed her to
Stephanie
Jordan Grace, Jada Parker for however long she stays down there. Okay, I see that. See, I'd have to put that in your brain real quick fast. It was a quick detour in my brain.
No, listen, this is just shooting shit. I understand.
1000%. Speaking of shooting, because we talking about three people who do not like each other. We've speculated this for a minute. You and I have talked about it off air, but now we back here. Does Hatermania end with a swerve to the point where our tribal chief does not get over on Seth Rollins?
I'm about to fuck the world up. I'm about to fuck the world up. I'm about to look right at my camera with the mic
Hey, you know
right
what?
here.
Look, if I need to let you set the ISO, I'm like, you can go ahead and set the ISO.
So we know the beef between all three of those wrestlers. We know the history between all three of those wrestlers. The common denominator is they've trained, faction, wrestled each other, and that's what it is. But there's a thing. There is a thing. There's going to be one. There's going to be it's not going to be a triple threat. It's not. There's going to be a fourth person involved. And I feel like that fourth person involved will change the dynamic of the match. And I'm okay. I'm here for it.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen Phil Brooks with Paul Heyman. You see your tribal chief with Paul Heyman.
Mm-hmm.
You've never seen Seth freaking Rollins with Paul Heyman.
Mm-hmm.
And I would love the swerve of Seth not freaking anymore. He removed it.
Yeah, they do all that. They was like, nah, you can't be Jodeci with this. I'm sorry, you can't be Jodeci with this.
They removed it. So it leads me to believe that Seth Antoine Rollins is leaving with Paul Heyman and he's winning the match.
I think that would give you the most shocking reaction at Mania.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, you know, Paul could be like, yo, I kick it with people that come here every week. Like my check is who pull up. Like me and Roman, like if you really think about it, Roman and Paul is arguably his second longest managerial stint outside of the year he was the first year he was with Lesnar when he came through and won the title. And then the years afterwards when he came back and, you know, so that's like from what 20. So like Brock came back 2013?
I think so, yes. Yes.
Yo, 20 no, it's 2012. And then he came back and then Heyman was back 2013. Okay, yeah. So no, because that's right, because there was a feud between Punk and Brock and some of those. Okay, see, it's all coming back. 2013. So from 2013 to 2020, it was Brock, Paul. So we now have 5 years of Roman Paul.
Yeah.
We have the year and change of Paul and Punk. Seth Rollins is crazy enough to carry on as a face and as a heel. And it still seems like it's the same damn character.
He's been teasing it.
But the maniacal aspect he has to go all the way and like take stuff, i.e., double stomp on the man's head at the Royal Rumble. Don't that scream like something Paul Heyman want to tap back into?
Architect.
Wouldn't that be something that Paul Heyman says, you know what? I can get another world title out of this one.
Sure enough.
I like it. I like it, D. I like it a lot.
I want to see Paul Heyman in a King Troy design suit.
Do you know how you want that man to be stunting down there?
I sure do.
All right, okay. Because we know Paul typically rock, you know, a polo with his suits, right?
Yes.
What type of magic you think Troy gonna work on that man?
No, he's just going. So you got to think about it. Like, remember how Bobby would walk down and he'd have the same color as whoever he's managing. So when Ravishing Rick Rude would have, when Ravishing Rick Rude had purple on, that man had a purple jacket. Andre the Giant, it was all black. You know what I mean? The Brain Busters, he had red. So look at Every shit. Seth might go fuchsia, and that my man might have a straight fuchsia suit, pinstripe.
See, you cooking. You cooking right now. But
I'm just saying.
My line of thinking with it is real simple, dog. My line of thinking of it is real simple. As much as I want to see it, for some reason, I think it's going to be a replay of Mania 31 because it's the 10-year anniversary of that triple threat, right? And I think how it's going to play is that Roman is going to go after Seth, and CM Punk's going to pick the bones, hit a go to sleep, pin Seth 1, 2, 3, and then leave with Paul Heyman.
That's ass.
It is.
That's
it's ass to you. It is. It's kind of poetic to me.
I get
because
it,
again, it's the main event. It's the main event of Mania, and the more you say this, the more you say about Seth leaving with Paul, it makes me really sit back and think like, wait a second. Even though what I just said is plausible, logical.
You said
I say you gotta leave Mania. It was like, oh, you gotta leave Mania with an oh shit moment, and Paul leaving with Seth that's the oh shit moment.
I'm cool with that.
Okay. All right. You think? All right. Real quick before we get off of this, you think Paul gonna wear the mischief boots, the big red space boots?
Man, if that man come out there, so you gotta pay attention. Paul walks down the aisle with a strut. When he by himself, he walks with a strut. When he with Roman, he's sitting there staring at Roman the whole time, like I'm staring at this mic, and waiting for him to make a move. That man gonna come down the aisle with them boots on and the same color Seth shit, and he gonna strut and say to the beat of yeah. I'm with it. I'm with the shits. I'm with it.
All right, you know how this really has to end? It has to end with Paul Heyman on an episode of Complex Sneaker Shopping.
Man, listen. I thought he had one already.
He might have, but I need an updated version with Troy's influence on this one.
Listen, that man gonna buy some motherfucking limited edition penny loafers.
Shut up. They got a little bit more juice than that, dog.
Nah, it gonna be the American penny. It's gonna be the Japanese penny.
It's gonna be that real buck leather. Now, son, that official.
That man gonna have that gold coin.
Oh my god! Oh my gosh! Speaking of gold coins, because there's a certain someone in NXT chasing the gold coin, aka the belt. They built silver now, ain't it?
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
so it is the metaphorical Bitcoin, but the real, you know what I'm saying, real coin. Trick Williams, he up there trying to little bro Javon Evans. Javon Evans has made himself into like a legit I see you in the main event for real type talent, which we knew could be possible when he was Jay Mordecai, up and down the Carolinas and beyond. But this new dark state stable with your boy Saquon, who a lot of people thought he pulled a Booker T when he first got on the mic behind the scenes. Was like, nah, that's just how he talked. That's his Baltimore right there, man. This is Baltimore right there.
Baltimore what? Baltimore and Southeast DC is something different.
That's your facts. My apologies. That was pure Southeast DC.
Don't you disrespect me like that ever.
I'm not. My apologies. Want to know why? Because here's what happened. I had Derek Queen and I had Mello talking in the back of my head.
Derek Queen is straight Baltimore.
Hey, that's what he said after he hit that buzzer beater.
Listen, don't ever do that again. That's just like confusing Houston with Austin.
Oh, that's fool.
You see what I did there?
I see what you did there. So for all my Southeast DC folk, my apologies, my sincerest apologies. But no, Saquon Sugar sounded just like Southeast DC. sounded just like it. And trust me, I get the feeling when you get him in front of a live mic and a live audience and a live crowd for real, boy taking off. He is going to be just like young LA. Don't he be with J Money serving everybody?
Yeah. You know what? I just appreciate it and putting them together. Speak of DQ. I'm watching the Maryland game. Yeah, that's why I keep like.
Since we do be breaking news, last week you broke Yellow Beezy got arrested, got charged with capital murder last week. What's the Melbourne score then? D?
Florida up 2011.
Oh, it's early. Okay. It's early.
Yeah.
All right.
Fuck Florida. I'm sorry. I'm a Kentucky fan. I have to root for Maryland because I have a friend that's near and dear to me that reps Maryland. So shout out to the Terps. But yes, talking back to what you said, like, I think that what you're saying, it could be true. You were the first to bring that to me. It makes a lot of sense. My only question is, do you present it a la Seth? I'm sorry, Punk and the Shield, where he hired them to take out everybody? Or do you do a 5-man faction? Because it's 4 of them and one of Trick.
One of Trick. Yeah, but and the reason why I brought it up, for those who haven't like watched NXT last couple episodes and you're sleeping if you haven't, Trick Williams has been involved in 2 pull-apart brawls involving Obafemi and Javon Evans. And every single time Oba and Javon get into it, Dark State show up. Trick out there though. They're like, nah, we cool. We just gonna watch.
They don't touch him.
They don't touch him. So, and then when he asked about it Tuesday night, he was like, "That ain't none of my business." Brother, man, that makes you suspect number 1 when you ain't got no clear statement on what's going on around you, knowing full well you are giving an interview in the most dangerous parking lot in all of professional wrestling. Dog, they do kidnappings and attempted murders out in the NXT parking lot. You don't know nothing?
I ain't gonna lie. Bianca said she ain't know either.
Bianca says she ain't know either. And then either you roll the tape back, you know what I'm saying? Because remember, Naomi said she ain't know either. She said she was vindicated. But you roll the tape back, you see Naomi giving Jade the side eye when she up to yapping.
Yeah. So we got
pay attention on Bianca.
So what I'm saying, we got to pay attention to the incidental shit, the body language, all of that.
Exactly. But my thing is this, dog. Do you think they're gonna put the green light on Trick Williams, a heel Trick Williams?
I want it. You got to remember, Trick Williams was Carmelo's hype man. What were they? They were a heel.
Yep.
And once Trick started wrestling and getting in the ring, he was rocking, and people started following behind him. You go back, old Trick Williams when he was with Melo.
Yeah.
And you push the rest of them brothers.
Yeah.
Like,
because I mean, Trick started wearing all black. Start wearing the headband all black.
But my only question with that is, I feel like Trick is not too far from the main roster. So what does that look like to start a faction? He leaves immediately. Because in certain people, from what I'm hearing, people think that Trick is actually going to come up after Mania. That's so short-lived.
It would be, but then also it's kind of like, as you said, it's like the Punk and Shield aspect of it, right? He don't have to be the full-blown leader, but he'd be like, look, this is how I made my name here.
Right.
This is how I took upon myself to be no longer just somebody's hype man, but not just an NXT superstar, but an NXT North American champion and a 2-time NXT champion.
Right.
You got to make a name. You got to do something that's going to have people be like, oh, nah, hey, I don't want no smoke with them. No smoke with them.
Right.
So if he pointing and making moves and making directions, because again, He's seen everything. He's seen, beefing with the D'Angelos and how you get put in the trunk. Know what I mean? That's what happened to Ilya Dragunov. He's seen what's happened with other stables forming up and clicking up and doing stuff like that. Hell, it would not surprise me if he sees what's going on with Ricky Saints and Sean Spears and them, be like, you know what? See, this is why you can't do this whole shit in NXT solo dolo. It don't work for nobody. It don't.
Yeah.
So therefore, like, look, if it's Trick's case and all he wants to do is join Samoa Joe and Shinsuke Nakamura as the only 3-time NXT champions,
yeah,
that's how you got to do it.
I can take that.
I see. I mean, again, the edge has been there, and basically what it's setting up to me is he's gonna set up that eventual Trick versus Javon Evans match, and it's gonna slap, and that's pretty much gonna be the match. Like, all right, dog, it's time for you to go up to the main, see if you can do what Carmelo hasn't. And that's a whole nother story for a whole nother show.
I just hope they put Melo on Mania. He does not need to be in the Andre the Giant Memorial Tournament or Battle Royal. He don't. That man been cooking.
He don't. Yeah, he has been cooking. All right, real quick, getting to NXT. Stephanie Valkyrie, Steffi 2 belts, if you will, defended both them titles
and beat.
Go ahead. I see it on your face. You have thoughts. They
didn't have to beat Miss Parker like that, man. You had to beat my future ex-wife like that. What are we doing, man?
To be fair, they kind of protected Miss Parker by beating her via roll-up. Like, again, Steph ain't hit the finisher on her. She had to beat her via roll-up.
I don't like to lose. Fuck that shit.
There's going to be a time where Jada Parker and all her magnetism, top, bottom, and on the mic, is going to turn into an NXT Women's Champion. I see.
And I'm be right there in the ring with her. With this t-shirt, with the t-shirt mark when the shop opens, 2DopeMarks.
Okay, all right. I for a second I thought he was gonna have a ref shirt on. I was like, oh, I know you going. I know he's going down the floor. I didn't know that.
You see what I did? Shameless, like, great plug.
Yeah, great plug. Okay. I ain't catch it till I caught it, and now I'm like, you know what? I'm here. Here. I'll be in the crowd like Biggie, t-shirt on, eating the popcorn. Like,
I'm being. Never mind. My mind went another place.
I know. You. Yeah, you went in celebration mode. I know where your brain went. You went to the boom room.
Yep.
You went to the boom room. I know you.
Yep.
You went to the boom room. Point. Okay. But here's the thing, right? We cleared out the Fallon Henley aspect of the North American title picture. So now you got Stephanie versus Jordan Grace, which I'm like, all right, cool. But I don't know what that's. I mean, look, I don't know what that's going to be for Stand and Deliver. Like, is that going to be the match? Is it going to be Steph, Jada?
She picked the main title, right?
Yeah, she picked up the main title. Yeah.
So I could see her losing one of those titles. Now, how they steer the narrative, how they steer it. Like, I would love. This is just my creative brain thinking. My creative brain thinking. I would do Stephanie versus Jada again for one title, and then her versus Jordan again for another title. Or a la Mania last year. You remember the ladder match, the tag team ladder match, where the first team to come up and claim the belts, they win the title. I would do a ladder match. And whoever claims that title, that's their belt. So it could be Jada 2 belts or Jordan 2 belts. So we'll see. I don't know.
Okay. I know on the 2DopeMarks Twitter account, we was like, yo, if y'all teasing us with this Sean Spears and Ricky Saints match, might as well have it, Stand and Deliver. It's like, nah, we'll do it next week. I'm like, that works fine too. I mean,
I would love to watch it, but I'd rather see it as Stand and Deliver.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you 1,000% there. I do. And also, I'm not really feeling Last Legend and Jakara Jackson losing how they did. Tuesday night, but I also know that Gigi Dolan, that group, like they're gonna have a damn match for tag titles, for TNA tag titles. I'm like, all right, fine, cool.
That sounds like a collaboration at Stand and Deliver with TNA. That sounds like a multi-match with tag team titles, TNA, NXT title, NXT tag team titles. Like, yeah, I think it's just so NXT has been a slow build, and these are the slow builds that we like. These are the ones that we don't know who Stephanie Valkyrie is going to wrestle. We don't know who Trick's going to wrestle. We don't know who Oba's going to wrestle. Like, none of that.
We don't know if Roxanne Perez is officially done with NXT. None of it. It's all up in the air. All up in the air. All we know is that we rooting for Ricky Saints to win that belt next week. That's all. And I don't think he's gonna win that belt because I'm like, dang, you'll give Shawn Spears a 2-week title reign and give him a whole stable and a 2-week title reign. That's it.
Listen, I love Ricky Saints, but light skinned dudes don't win all the time. It happens like that.
Unless they a quarterback.
My man.
Oh man. All right, real quick, before we get to head of the week, are you cool with wrestlers appealing with the feds?
You said wrestlers doing what with the fans?
I didn't say the fans. I said, are you cool with wrestlers doing interviews with the feds?
No, I'm not cool with anybody doing an interview with the feds.
Okay, so that means you don't want to see no wrestlers doing interviews with Vlad, Adam 22, none of them.
I already know where you're going. I'm gonna put it to you like this. That situation with the feds, the only reason I rock with him a little bit is because of who he with. Who he with is like my big brother. So that's cool. But the shit that he rapping about on some real shit, the shit he rapping about and talking about, you ain't no real ass dude. You just like to hang around him. You're not that. Chill. Because the ones you talking about, the ones you seriously talking about, they out there in the community. They out there being real dudes. They out there making sure they people good. How do I know this? Because I'm there with them. So what we not going to do is sit there and try to be a poster boy or what's the word? What's the
selectively black?
I was choosing another word. I'm gonna spell it out for C00N, and that's what he is.
Ooh,
that's what you are.
Ooh,
that's what you are.
That's dog. I was trying to keep it sugarcoatery, but damn,
I spelled it out. I didn't say the word. I'm gonna listen. Those folks, if you know, you know. If you know, if you don't know, that's your problem. Because what I don't do is like sugarcoat nothing. It's
facts.
That situation right there. Two of those people are my people. And what I'm not going to do is sit there and hold my breath. Get your shit together. Grow up. Like, grow up. For real.
And, here's what we know is going to happen. The interview is going to do what it's supposed to do. It's going to get people talking. It got us talking. You know what I'm saying?
Watch this. Watch what happens when we bring that situation on our podcast, and they put it out there. We don't have to do it. If he don't feel like doing it, then he don't feel like doing it. I respect it. But if he feels like doing it, he gonna do it.
I agree. I just don't. My line of thinking of it all the way through is you ain't got to put nothing on nobody's name. You can talk about your own individual success.
Facts.
And if you are still harping on something that happened 4 years ago, 4 years ago, maybe the situation, and you claim to be over the situation. No, you're not over
You
it.
ain't that. You a female. You a female. I don't care. I didn't run into you. Like, you ain't that. You might be bigger than me, but you ain't that.
Just that's all. That's all. But D, you know what time it is, dog. I know we feel like we gave a little bit of a tease of it, but
You got me riled up. You got me riled up off that.
But you know what segment this is, dog. Go ahead, hit the sound, baby. Hit the sound. Hey. That's right. It's time for Hate of the Week, segment of the show where we just, sometimes you gotta just get off your chest. You just gotta just gotta hit the woo-sah. Just go ahead and just go in. Now, again, I think we gave a little tease of somebody who could have got it this week. But you know what? We're gonna leave that man alone. We're gonna leave
No, that's mine. So you go first this time.
Whoops, I tried to shoot us a bell. Too late. D already, well, I ain't even gotta ask me to go first. He kind of already did it.
No, I got more.
Oh, damn. Okay. Well, shoot, because we gave it to Cuz last week for him to go first since he was the guest of honor. As you take a sip, sir, do you want to take the baton back, or do you want me to go ahead and
okay,
keep it going?
I'm with it. So, what I'm not going to do is name them names. I'm not going to do that. That's not how I move. But what we're talking about is a situation where, as a people, we're already generalized and put out there as a crabs in a barrel mentality, and that's any facet in life. It's sports, entertainment, brother, sister, cousin, best friend, all of those things. And you know what? You gotta make this a short. You gotta make this a short right here. I respected the dude for who he was, but knowing what I know now, based off of just energy and stuff like that, like, you weren't that. And I heard rumblings. Unfortunately, I'm tied to somebody that is really, really close to him. And I get it. I might get disowned for it. I get it. I don't care. But I have to speak my truth. Unfortunately, you put it out there that you don't really, really rock with women that look darker than me or the same complexion as me. And that's a you problem, not a us problem. The problem with you is you're not confident. You're not confident in yourself. You think that who you are and what company you work with is going to do X, Y, and Z. Yeah, you've been in the gym, you've been, doing your creatine and all that. That's cool. That's straight. My problem with you is be true to yourself. Be true to yourself, because you have you got a mother that is the same color as you. And you talked about in a rhyme or a rap or was something that somebody writ for you. You talk about discrediting those type of women when your mother's the same color. So I say all that to say, when you were put into a faction where a black woman was involved, you shitted on her. You did. But the person that you decide to share, put the blame on, that's a real ass dude. My man cooler than the other side of the pillow. And I know this because I have participated in his canned food drives. I have, and to be specific, my youngest son was born the day before, and I still made it to his canned food drive to make sure that I donated. That man is still in the trenches. That man making money. Like, what are we doing? Like, come on, bro. Like, stop tearing everybody down just because you got a little bit of bread or some type of exposure. Stop being the crabs in the barrel. Like, this podcast specifically is a situation where we're trying to uplift people, whether it's a Ashe, whether it's a Fight Club, whether it's a reality of wrestling. You know what I mean? We
MLW,
try to
yeah.
keep each other, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, we try to keep people up. And just because you on your high horse or you got your locks, I do too. B, take your head off. You got two. You know what I'm saying? You got your shit. You think you cool. The streets don't love you, man. Like, the streets don't love you. Let's be clear on something. Like, I'm sorry. Like, what you not gonna do is discredit my man. You're not. That man be cooking. And life been lifing. He's seen the bottom and he's seen the top too. And that man got his ceiling is gonna go further. How do I know this? Because I know that man cook. He to give people a hint. Money, 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 money. That's it. So what that person not gonna do is sit there and try to discredit him or sneak this. Be a man about your shit. Stand on it. That's all I got to say.
First it was an esteemed list that highlighted the best of us in professional wrestling. Then it was a comment about women who look just like me and you in terms of skin complexion. Now it's this. At some point, you just gotta be like, you know what? You succeeding? Good for you. I ain't got to root for it. I mean, I ain't got to cheer for it. But all right, cool. Congrats. Yay. That's why I said about being selectively black, like selectively choosing when to uplift and when to be like, I don't know about that. Why it's got to be like that? Nah. Either you stick with it all the way, you don't. It's something similar, and this is me getting to my hit of the week. It's something similar to like something that happened a week ago. I probably should have talked about this even then. In that when, people try to discredit the life and legacy of Jackie Robinson. And they try to pick and choose what it is, whether it's a political story or a sports story. And sorry, folks, Jackie Robinson breaking the color barrier, political. Why? Why the hell is a color barrier enforced in the first place? It's like the same with, hey, why did South Africa have apartheid? Hey, why did the United States of America have Jim Crow? Just because these things were legal don't mean they were right. And furthermore, political things to keep people separate. And people will try to discredit Jack. Jack Robinson died at 53 from a heart attack. Hair about as white as the t-shirt you got on right now. Why? Because he got stressed out by racism and upholding his temperament, because he had a mean ass temper, to be a balm and a salve for other people.
Yep.
Jack Robinson was in the armed forces, got court-martialed because he was Rosa Parks before Rosa Parks and wouldn't give up his seat and got honorably discharged. Right? Then went and played in the majors. Then became an MVP. Then became a Hall of Famer on the a Hall of Fame. Probably should have been 100% unanimous, but baseball writers be tripping. That's a whole nother situation.
Yeah.
Point is, I'm using Jackie Robinson as an example here, is that you can't pick and choose when to rock with stuff. You can't throw stones, hide your hands. You can't live in a glass house.
No.
You can't be selective about when you're trying to rob or something, when you're trying to quote unquote claim history, and then when you want to be sideways about it. Don't work like that. So that's one. The second one, is really just about the fact that it's opening day in Major League Baseball, dog.
We won. Go Phils.
Phillies won. Astros won. I'm probably going to be going to Boston, check out Fenway Park sometime this year.
That shit dope, bro. That shit dope.
To catch a game, catch the Astros, see former Astro Alex Bregman. You know, I'm gonna enjoy that. But reason why Major League Baseball is my hate of the week, just for this one little small reason. So, you know, I used to get all the MLB games for free ski, but thanks to T-Mobile and the power of T-Mobile Tuesdays, now, you know what I'm saying, I get them for free, but just not the way I used to get them for free. So the MLB had a whole damn outage to which the network did not work for a good 30 minutes on opening day. Mind you, they already had a faux opening day 2 weeks ago when they had the Dodgers in Japan playing the Cubs. Not the Cubs. The Cubs. The Cubs. This me had to stop myself from talking too fast because I got excited. From the Cubs. So you already have an opening day today, 2 weeks later, in which the world champs are already 2-0. The Cubs are 0-2. And every other team in Major League Baseball is nothing and nothing. And on the day where you are going to have more eyes on baseball from general fans, casual fans, and the like, your service go down like it's like you Netflix with a Tyson Paul fight? What are we to quote you, D? What are we doing? What are we doing?
What are we doing?
So basically, I couldn't watch the Astros for a little bit, and then I realized I live in the Northeast. I get the New York sports channels such as Yes and SNY and all that. And I'm like, oh, I can just go ahead and watch them over here. Astros 1-3-1. Ha, Juan Soto, you're not breaking my heart today. God damn it.
They ain't never done that before. Like, I've never seen opening day. Like, I've never seen opening day just like sit down and be like, yeah, it never, like, the streaming, it never like blacked out or anything.
That's exactly. By the way, this ain't even a tangent. This is me advocating for people taking chicks to baseball games. Right? Basketball game, it's too fast paced. You want to have a bunch of conversation. You might see somebody in the front row. You know what I'm saying? Like, dang, he got a nice watch. And then your date loses all of her focus. Football, it's similarly. I mean, you can't take your date to an Eagles game. You can take your spouse. But a girl you're dating, like on a first date to an Eagles game, Jalen and Saquon take their helmets off. It's game over.
Speak for yourself. I know what the hell I am.
Sir, I do too. I am merely vouching for the sport of baseball as a perfect first date locale. The game is slow. You can have conversation, chop it up. You can actually get a vibe of who you with.
And you ain't got to show up on time.
Facts.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Facts. You can pull up third inning. Like, okay, cool. But I say everybody in their seats, the concessions lines ain't too crazy.
Yeah.
Do your thing. Heck, you may even find out how to make a ginger ale, bro. I mean, I did.
You know how to make ginger ale?
Yeah, I do know how to make. I know how to make ginger ale.
It tastes like Canada Dry or Seagram's.
Seagram's.
Oh yeah, you need to step your game
up. Hey, it was ballpark ginger ale. That's how I did it. Look, it didn't get Canada Dry until I put a little tequila in it. It's like, okay, now we cooking. Now we cooking.
Drunk ass nigga.
Wow.
I said, yeah.
Look, you even broke the rule too. Also, one final shout out and plug. So Chick-fil-A got this pineapple dragon fruit lemonade. Buddy.
Hey, bro.
Buddy, I understand. We supposed to be feeling real weird about Chick-fil-A these days, and they get down. But that lemonade, hey man, the lemonade touched the hem of God's garment. That's what I'm gonna tell you how good that lemonade is.
That sounds like a script from God of War.
Boy, that's how good that damn drink is, bro. That's how good the drink is. See, look, even hater of the week can end on a happy note, man. End on a happy note.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Except for buddy, we ain't really rocking with buddy. Look, congratulations. Go win your title You know what I'm saying? In April, a couple days for my birthday. Cool, whatever. I mean, good for you.
Hold up, though. Real shit. If y'all see us in Vegas, we gonna be in Vegas. Y'all see us in Vegas, y'all owe that man a shot. Y'all owe him a meal, a happy birthday, a hug, like all that. That's this man's birthday month. What we not gonna do is if you see Brando, like happy birthday, that shit. We booking, like we booking that.
All right. So program alert, real quick. Next Thursday, we are having a brand new episode. It is also the Brando pre-birthday episode because my birthday is that Friday, that next day.
Game over.
Game is a wrap. Nah, I mean, game is a wrap. So I might be in a celebratory mood. I might be wearing a Duke jersey next week. Just to be on the safe side.
You fucked
nah. Look, I
know your situation.
Look, because again, if it's that Saturday in San Antonio and it's Duke versus Houston in the Final Four, I'm gonna be sick just like I was last year.
I'm gonna share something with you. The Kings play tomorrow. Them Wildcats, the real Wildcats.
Mark Pope and them. Okay. They play Tennessee tomorrow. We done seen
that movie already.
We have seen that movie already. But here's the thing, though. D, you know what happens? You know what happened? Wait a minute, because y'all in the same bracket we in. Wait a second.
I know. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You got to see the Kings. You got to see the Kings.
All right, bro. So let me get.
You got to see the Kings. This is the same thing I told my family in the NFC Championship game. You got to see the Kings.
All right, D. So what's going to happen if it's Houston versus Kentucky for the right to go to the Final Four?
I love you. You're my brother. You're my little brother. And I'm never going to disown you. I will fight for you. I will knock a motherfucker out for you. At the same time, this ain't business. It's personal. I said it that way on purpose.
Doug. Look, man, my emotions may be all over the place Sunday because we are literally going to be texting each other. Mind you, last week we did brunch in Boston. Brunch in Boston is actually kind of fire. It's quiet as kept. It's quiet.
I'll be there in a month.
I'll be stuck to the TV because, look, Duke played tonight, and then if they advance, they play in the regional final on Saturday night, right? Houston, if they win Friday, they play Sunday. And if they play Kentucky, all right. So for those that know, and we are actually, this may be the longest episode we've had because we just talking shit. The last time me and D were at odds with each other, sports-wise, was the 2022 World Series.
Hey man, fuck you.
I'm just giving them I'm giving them backstory, dog. Damn.
You ass. Why you gotta bring up old shit?
I mean, shit? Because our football team won a ring this year, and you know good and damn well we're gonna be in September. We're gonna be at the link.
Yes,
now
watching that banner getting
raised to the rafters. All I'm saying is, D, we ain't been at odds sports-wise in almost 3 years, dog. And if Sunday come to what Sunday may be, I'm gonna be sick, bro. I'm gonna look like Nino and New Jack, dog. I hate it had to be you. But it's cold. It's go Cougs in this bitch, dog. It's go Cougs in this bitch.
And to quote another black man, Omar, when you mess with the king, you best not miss.
For the record, the King has not been to a Final Four in almost a decade.
To reiterate this, next to UCLA, we're number 2 in national titles. You got
how many? How many of those? How many of those were won pre-segregation?
Hey, dog. Hey, listen. I seen the ones from my lifetime. That's all that
Hey,
matters.
hey, that man said I seen Tubby win
Listen,
one. I seen
let,
Slick Rick win one. I seen Cal win
yeah.
one. I got
That's
3.
I'm good. I ain't
So I
no
got 3.
listen. I ain't no Cowboys and Commanders fans and like, oh yeah, we won. Ha ha ha. Yeah, VCR is not anything anymore.
I mean,
You got YNs talking that bullshit. Nah,
I
dog.
mean,
Your daddy seen it.
Look, you've seen your teams when HD TVs first dropped in 08. You've seen when DVR first dropped in 2012 with AD in them.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just seen one. Well, no, I'm sorry, you've seen 2 with 4K as a thing with the birds.
That's what I'm saying. So my kids can say the same shit. All 3 of them. But I threw it out there just to Cowboys and Commodores, Commandeer, Consigliere, all that shit. Like all that shit. Like I seen that. Like they haven't seen it. Like,
oh my gosh.
I'm just being real.
They ain't seen it. They ain't seen it. Well, look, that is that is our latest episode of 2DopeMarks.
Hey, wow.
We thank you for pulling up. Thank you for coming out, man. Thank you for listening. Again, rate, like, comment, subscribe. As you can see, D got on the shirt, he got on the merch. So when we launched the store, just in time for Mania weekend, we will have shirts, all colors, all shapes and sizes. We will probably be having mugs to be partnering up with some dope people and helping them get on too. You know what I mean?
Hey,
So
hey, shout out to my little sis, me and Milan, baby. She that shit up, man.
One of the greatest cosplayers in the known universe. That is a
dope.
That is a fact. So again, we thank y'all for pulling up, man. We back next Thursday live on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, on demand where you get your favorite podcast every Friday morning. So you can laugh with us on your way to work. You know what I mean? And yeah, big things is coming. Mania season is kicking into high gear. Now, are things gonna stay the way they're going? Nope. But guess what? That's the beauty of pro wrestling, and pro wrestling is in a beautiful place. D, absolutely. Say something nice to the people, except for old buddy.
Go Terps. Yeah, it's like that. It's like
that. All right. Yeah. Go Cougs. Duke, motherfucker. And we out. God damn.